We'll get this thing rolling here in a few minutes. See if anybody's going to come in. Make sure I got everything. Hopefully everything's good. And yes, we are live from the dump. Locos Norte, the Philippines. Yes. Well, if we need it, I'll turn it on. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. At one time, the door was open, but now the door is closed. Let's see if anybody comes up.
Good morning, everybody.
Well, nobody's here. Why would you be talking? You ever see those one like Charlie? As soon as he goes live, man, he's got like 500 million people watching.
They are waiting for him to look.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't even announce it. He just does it.
Yeah.
Him and there's another guy. I can't think of his name. They say the guy's a hermit and lives in this, doesn't leave his house. I don't know if that's true or not. But
Because he do every day. So they know that people knows that everyday life. So
well, when you got like 16, 17 million subscribers, I mean, Charlie, over one live stream, or anytime he puts a video up, he don't get less than 1 million views on it. You know, so and some of the stuff he talks about, he just people listen. You know, he can talk about anything. Oh, we got 2 viewers.
yeah. Well, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So what's the plans for today?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, we need to get that shower looked at.
Yeah, I can use the heater.
We got hot water.
Yeah.
When I got back in there, I had no hot water. Yeah, hey DC, how you doing, man?
Good morning.
How you doing?
New Year.
We got, I don't know if you ever heard of it, we got what they call a flash heater for a shower because they don't have a plumbing system. Well, besides water coming into your house, that's it. You don't have any hot water. But we got one of those flash heaters. And she's telling me it's working. But when I got a shower last night, I get 2 showers a day, man. You got it here in the Philippines. And last night it was so cold. Oh my God. And then this morning I had hot water for maybe a whole 3 minutes and then it went cold again. And then Myles tells me, oh, I had hot water. And it's like, really? So how you doing, DC? Did you have a good New Year's? It's New Year's night there in the States. I keep on forgetting.
Is it
Yeah, it's
New Year's
New Year's
night?
Day.
January 1st
Yes,
night.
yes.
I don't know why.
You're headed back to the Philippines, huh? You'll notice. Hey, Idle went wild. How long have you been back in the States for? Because you'll notice the cost of things have gone up. You think they have?
Yeah.
You'll notice it.
Vacation or just that?
I have no idea.
US to San Francisco, US to Manila.
You too, Myles. You too, Idlewind. Why Idlewind? I don't want. People want to say Idlewind. You too, Idle. It was a cold and expensive 3 weeks. But you got family there? But it was worth. If you're going to go see your family, man, it's worth it.
Yeah. idea one.
What's that?
Idea one.
Yeah, we're just getting caught up on things here. They're still firing off fireworks. 5:30 this morning. And I was like, you all need to get a life. Wasn't too bad last night. Once in a while, somebody will do something, but it wasn't too bad. But it's just the times, you know.
No such no respect for those still sleeping.
Yeah, I guess. What, you've been in the States for 2 years? I think everybody should do that though. Even though they're living in the Philippines, they should take themselves back. I'm not saying every year, you know, but go back to the States and reconnect with your family. You know.
Mary Reagan.
Hey Mary, how you doing? Glad to see you.
Every
Glad to see you. Yeah, I just think,
year.
you know, you shouldn't totally detach yourself from wherever country you're from. You know, go visit.
Mm.
A lot of times, the only reason why a lot of people go back, not all the time, but because they have to. There's something they got to take care of that you can't take care of here. Hey, McLovin, how you doing?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. So did you all have a good New Year's? Oh, it's neither me or Miles or myself drink, so you know, we don't go that route. We just usually we're asleep by 10 o'clock, but with the events going on, with the people getting crazy with the fireworks,
Fireworks, yeah.
it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But it's a new year.
Yeah. I noticed that more fireworks this time.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Last time.
fireworks, man. It was like,
Yeah.
I mean, even the displays, they were all over us. There was some at the municipality, and then there was some over
Yes.
over there, and then over, it was all over the place. And it was kind of like, all right,
There were stigma.
well,
Not expensive, the fireworks, that kind of fireworks.
some people don't think it is. I mean, they're nice to look at. They only last a couple seconds, but they're nice.
But in couple seconds, no more their money. No more.
Well, people they don't have to look at it that way. You fall asleep at 10? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just, I guess when you get to a certain age, you're kind of like, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever. I wake up in the morning, it'll be 2026. Yeah, that's like I said, me and Miles don't drink, so the party like I'm done with it. I mean, we're in the 60s. It's kind of like, you know?
And you drink and go out to
You know, I have never seen you drunk. I like to see you at least drunk one time.
If you see me drunk,
I have never seen Miles drunk.
you cannot,
I have never seen Miles drinking, period.
you cannot stop me. Keep on talking. If I am drunk.
So you talk more than you do now?
Yeah.
Nah, Miles don't talk that much.
I talk too much. I talk too much when I.
So, and how many times, can you count how many times you actually ever been drunk?
Not here in the Philippines.
What, in Hong Kong?
During I think the big holiday, the
What, like Chinese New
Chinese
Year's?
New
Or?
Year, Christmas, and when we will have picnic or barbecue.
Yeah, I never seen you drunk. You get crazy?
No, just keep on talking.
You're a talker?
You, I can recall everything when I was young. Those are the ways. Even if I am.
Hey, DT, do you live alone? Or do you have like kids or something like that that live with you? It's none of my business. I'm just curious. Because I know when, at one time when I was living by myself, I did the same thing. I didn't drink, but it was kind of like, okay, whatever, you know. Because you can watch the next day on the news of the ball dropping. So it was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know.
We sleep. We sleep 1 o'clock. Right?
Oh, okay. So you got the empty nest thing going on? That does suck when nobody's. I mean, you think about it, you think, oh, it'd be great. I'll be in the house all by myself, you know, and you can do what you want. But then when nobody's there, it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling. Even when you go away for like Lasan, you just don't know what to do with yourself, you know?
Keep yourself busy.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, like my enthusiasm to cook something, it's just like what, you know. You have no enthusiasm to cook, it's just for yourself. I mean, if you've been doing that, living alone your whole life, it's a different story. But when you're with somebody and all of a sudden that somebody's not there, it's like you got no enthusiasm to cook, you know, and it's kind of like whatever, you know. And you're not worried about getting a shower because nobody's there, so you don't care, you know. But I do got to get that shower fixed. Something's wrong with it. Yeah, I was started talking about we here in the Philippines. They don't have a hot water system or anything like that. What you can do is you go out and buy what they call flash heater, and something's wrong. Something's going on with ours. I love hot water. I love hot shower. I can't take a cold shower, man. And I got one this morning. It worked for maybe a whole few minutes, and then it no more. It was hot. It was cold. Then Myles goes, no, I had hot water. She got in there till I did. Not right away, but she got in there till I did. She goes, no, I have hot water. I go,
That early, I took a bath. That early is very cold, so I walk away. But when I turn on the heater, is good. So I continue bath.
I'm just hoping it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? In other words, if I can go down to hardware, my perfect world, if I can go down to hardware store, take a picture of the heat. It's just it's only like that big, man. It's not that big. I mean, you can actually take it off. I mean, unscrew it from the wall and take it off. And take it on hardware, take a picture of it. I won't take it off and take it down there and say, hey, I need one of these. And cross my fingers and hope they have one. I don't think they will because it's not a big. A lot of people here they
Yeah.
don't use hot water, and I can't go without it.
If you can still use the same place we bought that.
How much we pay for that?
12,000,
We paid-
12,600 or 300.
But we might not even have to do that. All we might have to do is just get it fixed. There might be something. I mean, I can imagine because it's well water, basically. The city water is basically well water. Okay, I can imagine maybe the settlement. You know, maybe the coils. I'm hoping. Okay, I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe the coils just dumped up and need to be cleaned. But like, I don't like messing with electricity. I don't. Yeah, I'm a wimp. Okay, whatever. I just don't like. I just don't like messing with electricity. You know
I don't know if he can do.
why? He fixed our TV when how many people said, "Oh, we can't fix it. We can't fix it," and he fixed it. and it's been working ever since then. We took it to a person that specializes in TV repairs and
Is it-
electronic repairs.
No, he's not the one who fixed him, who permanently fixed it. The one who.
Okay, let me tell you this. When we gave it to the electronic shop, okay, they didn't fix it. They said it's fixed, but they didn't fix it, okay? It lasted a couple hours and then one did the same crap. We took it to him. I don't care if Billy Bob down the road helped him fix it or he's the one that fixed it. I took it to him and it's working and it's still working.
Oh, he's not the one who do that.
You don't understand what I'm saying. I don't care who fixed it as long as it was fixed. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be an
But
ass.
he's not the one. I
I
don't
understand.
Know, I don't know if he can do that.
Why not? He fixed. Remember, we had a water cooler. We got rid of it. It was a waste of money. But the water, because they say water coolers eat up a lot of electricity. We got the water cooler. He fixed it, and then a year later, it went again. It was China, Chinese. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Papa? Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too. Glad to see you here.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, but like I was saying, DC, it sucks living alone. I don't. Like I said, if you've been doing it for many, many years, it's a different story. But if all of a sudden you're so used to somebody being in the house, and all of a sudden they're not there no more, it sucks. It sucks. You got nobody to talk to. You don't know what to do with yourself.
Oh, if I'm alone, if you are not here, if I am alone, I turn on my with karaoke.
You enjoy it when I'm. You enjoy. Well, actually, me and Miles are not up each other's asses. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times Miles will be doing her thing in the living room. I'll go in the bedroom. Not that I don't want to be around her. I'll go in the bedroom and I turn something on boring, like I know I need to take a nap. I'll turn something boring on TV and I fall asleep. You know, and we do our own thing. You know, I mean. If I got to go somewhere, I mean, in town, I don't go anywhere. If I go anywhere out of town, Miles will go with me. Okay, but like in town, I'll go, and she does the same thing. You know, everybody, we're not up each other's butts. It seems like a lot of people say, "Oh, don't you ever spend time alone without them?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. You're like, what is that? Yeah, you're right, DC. Like, what is that? Now, do you live in like an apartment or do you have a house? Yeah, that you do. I noticed that too when you're not here. Who's that? Who's that? You know? Yeah, you notice noises you never heard before because you got nothing else to focus on, you know? Nothing.
Burger tomato, rice burger tomato.
Yeah, see, Mary does that. We do the same thing, Mary. We do the same thing. When we cook something like barbecue, we don't barbecue just for that day. We barbecue, I'm thinking long term here, you know? But if Miles makes something, you know, we,
Make more,
there's enough.
but it doesn't mean that you are going to have again for the next meal. Now I alternate. I will make something for the next meal.
We
And then
still, yeah.
tomorrow is we continue the barbecue.
We have so much food left over.
Yeah.
These ain't gotta work because I'll eat it. We got plenty of spaghetti, we got chicken wings. What else? We got Shanghai,
Yeah.
we got macaroni salad.
That's it.
No, there's something else. I'm forgetting something.
Sweet and
Oh, sweet and sour. And also there's those did you eat them up? And they were pretty good, man. The little fish fillets, the little fillets,
I can
they were good, you know. So there's enough food in there.
the barbecue. The barbecue.
And then she turns around last night. We got all this food, and she wants to make herself some thing. And I was like, okay,
I like my vegetable.
I know you did. Now it's kind of like all this food and you making ding ding. All right, have at it. You know. Oh, you never heard that.
Single.
Yeah, I like saying I could never. I lived in an apartment, DC, many years ago, and I hated it. You know, what I mean, it just felt like you had no privacy. Privacy.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah, I lived in an apartment for not a year, not quite a year, but it was. I didn't like it, man. I didn't like it.
Oh, the spider, the spider.
Hey, thank you for the super chat. Is that a
Good
super chat?
morning.
I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. Thank you.
super chat. Thank you.
For the next ice cream purchase. Yeah, we don't have it much, but when we do, we do. You know what I mean?
We have
And plus, Miles' granddaughter's here, Crystal, and you know, we just get her something. You know, make. I mean, she's got good at her house. She's the only child, and it's her father. Her mother's working in Hong Kong. It's her father and her grandmother. They're probably spoiling the hell out of her.
she's alone at home because
She's got an iPhone. She's got it good. She's got an iPhone. Okay. Oh, Miles got me, and this is still my iPhone 8 Plus. But Miles, I'm starting to have problems with this, man. It's starting to heat at the bottom, right here at the bottom. Start when you're charging up, it gets really hot, and I gotta pull the uncharge it. Nothing happened at that time except for the heat. But I'm like, oh, something might be cooking inside there. So I'll unplug it for a while, then I'll plug it back in and let it finish the charge. But yeah, what'd you get me? She got me a. The only thing I'm paranoid. Yeah, the only thing I'm paranoid and
which
because
one you
because
get the phone?
no. I got the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra
It's
5G. The only problem with that is, man, and some of you'll find out. I'm like, what? Well, I said, I hope it ain't fake. You know what I mean? And I watched a couple of videos. How you can tell, you know, when it's because there's a lot of them. These Galaxies Ultras, there's floating around that are fake. All right, so I'm like, oh, I hope this ain't fake. So, and it tells you what to look for. So that's why, and I'm going to video it just in case something's really wrong with it, and for proof, I'll have it on video, and I could send it to Lazada, say, hey, check this out, you know. But yeah, it's just because Amazon, I don't know about y'all, but Amazon, as far as ordering from Amazon and having it come here, it's so expensive now. Very expensive.
that Crystal said, let me see. He ordered in online Mamala. Yes. No. Why don't he go? He go to the shop to he can
Okay, what are you talking about? I'm sorry.
the cell phone that
Okay.
the phone
What, this one?
no the one the,
Yeah, I thought
you
about
should,
that
you
too.
should go to
But Miles, just because you're buying it from the shop doesn't mean it's not fake. A lot of these sellers on Lazada are coming from
Yeah.
shops like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm kind of, we got screwed over a couple of times with Lazada, and you buy something, you're like this right here. All right, prime example. I bought this for Bucky. All right, this is for an extra large. It's a dog bed. Okay, I'm not going to show you the other side because it needs to be washed. This is an extra large dog bed, extra large. And when the picture on the advertisement has this like it looks like a large German Shepherd or something, I can't remember. And he's like all splayed out, saying, "Oh, this is so great." And I get it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, "What the hell? This ain't no extra large. This is yeah for a Chihuahua." That's why I won't lay on it because
Caption they post
yeah.
they cheat. when the item arrives, it's too small.
Yeah. A lot of times that's another thing there, dog. You'll get something like we get something from Lazada like coffee and it expired like 4 months
Yeah,
ago, you know, and you're like, what?
especially the on sale.
Yeah,
They
overstock
yeah,
stuff. They're trying to get rid of it. Yeah, that's why they're trying to get rid of it. They don't want to take a loss.
yeah,
See, people don't understand there really isn't any kind of consumer protection laws here in the Philippines. You buy something, it's your problem. Deal with it, you know? Am I wrong?
when
Oh,
it
I am.
and when it arrived, the expiration date is tomorrow. So
Yeah,
take it or leave it. You before the expiration of tomorrow expiration, you
yeah.
need to finish today.
You gotta watch what you're getting. That's why if you really want something, man, and you got the means of getting it, like at a store, do that. You're better off.
Yeah.
Like shirts here, you order a shirt and you get it. How many shirts I got hanging in the closet? I can't wear them. They're too small. I'm like I'm like this. When I put them on, I'm like, oh my God, like real tight here. Doesn't like the shoulders, like here, the shoulders is like here, you know. It's like what the hell? So if you can buy in a store in person, do that, you know.
Hey, because good
Hey, Biggie, how you doing, man?
morning.
How's your health doing with going for
Happy
you?
New Year, brother.
How's your health been? I know you've been dealing with it for a while now. It's been what, over a year? You've been dealing with health issues. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully 2026 does a lot better for you. Hey, Paul. Yeah, I think it's like this. Was it like this last year? We didn't do lives last year. Well, actually, I wasn't fully in on the vlogging thing, but I think I'm thinking this way. You know, a lot of people that think like myself, which kind of help them, and I feel sorry for them. But they just don't want to deal with crowds or anything. They'd rather stay at home for Christmas and New Year's. We even watch YouTube, but I guess I'm wrong. I'm seriously wrong because the views go down during that season.
Han with home, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Han? Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out later. I can't really see it that good.
Yeah. Nice.
So do you like Doss? Do you come visit the Philippines or you just like a lot of people don't, you know, they realize like I talked to one gentleman, he's paralyzed from the waist down, he's in a wheelchair, and he has nobody in his life as far as a wife or kids. He was in a really bad motorcycle accident. And he goes, I don't live in a fantasy world. I will never be able to make it to the Philippines. He goes, I got too many medical issues and everything like that. He goes, and he tries to help. Let's see, he came into a lot of money from the accident, and he says he has nobody else to give it to. I said, well, then give it to me. And he goes, no. I said, no, I'm just joking, man. So every once in a while, and I kind of asked him he had to stop because I didn't want to be putting that a lot of money that he wants. He wants me to give to somebody else. He donates to me to give to somebody. I say 98% of them are single mothers. You know, the girl got pregnant, the guy took off. But over here, just because they say they're not married, it doesn't mean they ain't with somebody. And a lot of times they're with somebody, but they're looking. You know what I mean? And because the only reason they're with that person is because they had a child. And they won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. And then you get yourself in an awkward position where the living partner finds out that you're giving him money and he's trying to figure out what's going on. Is that his mistress, or are they doing something for this money? You know what I mean? And it can get ugly real fast. And just like in the States. I mean, if we were in the States and some guy was giving Myles money, I'd be like, why the hell is he giving you money? What are you doing for him to give you money? So I understand it.
Yes, and something with in between you and him.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing? I mean, I trust Myles, man. Myles she wouldn't do that. But unfortunately, there is people here that would, and other places like United States. And I just told them, I said it's for the longest time I didn't think she had somebody in her life, and that somebody informed me, hey, you need to watch yourself. She's living with somebody, the father of that baby. No, they're not married, but they're living. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. I don't want to be walking around the streets looking over my shoulder all the time.
You might be in trouble if the guy will know.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thank you. Hey, we're glad to see you, man. We're glad to see you.
See you too.
You got kidney stones now? When are you going to get a break, man? Big E's, when are you going to get a break? I've never had kidney stones, but I know people have had them. Oh, hell no. I know that there's a way how they can put you in like a tank. It's like ultrasonic, where they basically break them up. I don't know. I don't know. I would never want them. Yeah, 2025. It wasn't a good year, but it wasn't a bad year. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Huh?
2025.
I don't think 2025 was that bad of a year.
No.
Like I said, it could have been worse. Depends who you talk to. You know what I mean?
My bad year is 2024.
Why 24? Oh yeah. And I said, man, you like California, Doss? I don't. A lot of people are California. I was like, are you talking about the political landscape, or are you just talking about the people? I think the people are great. And I don't go into a state saying, oh, whatever. I think California's a really beautiful state.
Mhm.
It's got a lot of personality. But you can go to different places and meet different types of people. Yeah. Yeah, I think something wrong with that.
Yeah.
So do you realize it's like a internet, not a relation, an internet friendship? I mean, I know guys before I came here, okay, and I was like, this guy, he'd been talking to this girl for 5 years on the internet, boss, okay, and he was sending money all the time, and that was his girlfriend. Oh, that was his girlfriend. I said, okay. I said, well, how many times have you seen her? Well, we talk every morning and night. No, 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 no. How many times have you physically touched her? Oh, I never been to the Philippines, and I'm like, okay, okay. And we're not talking $10, $20 at a pop. We're talking like a lot of money. But he was happy. Okay, he was happy. I think at the end of the day, if you're talking to somebody on the internet, right, two elders, okay, two elders, and they basically got the thing going on, whatever the thing is, none of my business. I don't care. You know, as long as you're honest with each other and you're happy, the other person's happy, whatever type of relationship it is. I think at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It's nobody's damn business.
Mhm.
You know, nobody's business. But this guy is like 5, 6 years and he never must. Man, you need to go over there. He says, you know what he told me? He says, I'm afraid to
Later
fly.
on, he will regret.
No, he's afraid. He has a fear of flying. So that's the only thing holding me back. I have a fear of flying, which I can understand. Hey, I don't know about y'all. When you're flying for 14 hours in the air and you start thinking about stuff, man, you start thinking, you know, hope this thing don't run out of fuel. Well, man, we've been flying for a long time. Hope it don't run out of fuel. You know? But yeah, I can understand. You know, he had a deep fear. I mean, he said he can't do it.
January 9.
Oh, you go to a kidney guy? Now, do you have like no, that's liver. I was getting ready to say cirrhosis, but that do you have like have they ever talked about a transplant or anything like that? Yeah, he's you're a better Big E's, you're a better man than I am, man. He's the health things he's been going through. Big E's, I watch a lot of your stuff. I just don't comment. I just sit there when you do your live and then when you have your panel with like 3 other people. I watch it some. I watch it.
No,
No, pork and beef, nah.
we have here pork and beef, but Filipino style.
Yeah, what's that one? Bush. You ain't got. Well, you might be able to find Bush. Bush is like a really well
They
known.
are.
With,
I saw them in Robinson.
yeah, Bush. You can find like Robinsons, like a hypermarket. But as far as like, I don't know. They might. The Yard House might have it.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
we bought from other countries, product of other
Yeah,
countries.
yeah, they have. I think the Yellow House they keep really good stock of their stuff. Now they're going to run out. Okay, let's be real about this. And their transportation, as far as their shipping, and it's not like the states. All right, they ain't got 100 million big trucks on the road delivering to Walmart every 5 minutes. It's not like that at all. Okay, and so they got it, and you can buy a few like beans. They could sit in their cabinet for a while. Buy it. Just like and I kicked myself in the butt, man. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I wish I bought a case of that stuff because now it's so expensive, you know, very expensive. So I said, man, I wish I bought it when it was cheap, you know.
Happy New Year, Grace.
There's Miss Grace in the house. How you doing? So when Miles, hey Miss Grace. So when Miles is in Lassam, you gonna come over and cook and clean my house for me? Miss Grace lives right down. She's the one that was with us Christmas, right?
New Year.
New Year's Eve. Her and her 3 lovely daughters. They're great, smart as hell. We're over. So you're gonna come over to my house and cook and clean for me, there, Miss Grace? I don't expect it to. Nah, she's good people. Miss Grace and her daughters. Smart man, smart.
What's that? Is he living? Those Bacos live in California.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he said it's expensive.
Yeah. California is expensive. It is expensive. The only people, I think the only thought that, and this is only my opinion, I think the only way to change that is vote the people you got in office and vote for somebody, you know, other people. They got a good head on their shoulders. I know gas is like the most expensive. California has the most expensive gas.
Mm.
How much is it now, Bob? How much is gas a gallon now in California? Especially after Chevron left.
That's on my toes.
What happened to your toes? What happened to your toes? I don't want to laugh. I'm sorry, Mary. What happened to her toes? Do you know? You remember what happened to her toes? I don't think she said anything.
She didn't see, or he didn't.
She never said. I wish they banned them, DOS. I wish they banned them here. I'm being, I'm not a killjoy. Yes, there's appropriate time and there's appropriate reasons for fireworks, but not 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Not 2:30 in the morning, and not 5:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And even she get, even Myles like, oh, come on, it's enough. See, Mary Grace is going to say, Mary Grace is going to come over and take care of me while you're gone, Myles. So you have no worries, okay?
Yeah.
She'll come over and cook and clean for me. You know, that's not that bad.
Per gallon, eh?
$4.50 a gallon. That's not really that bad. I mean, I heard some bloggers, and like I said, it's you don't believe everything you hear. They're saying it's like $6, $7 a gallon. I was like, wow, 450 is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad.
Got infection.
Yeah, I can imagine. Ugh. Infection in your toes? Is it all your toes, or just like? Yeah, I know too much information.
339.
$3.99. See, it's not that bad. Now, is it cheaper in Mexico? I can imagine it is. Go across the border, get some gas, and come back.
Mhm.
I knew a guy that lived in San Diego. He was in the military. They used to go to Mexico, the Walmart. I guess there was a Walmart there in Mexico. I don't know. And that's where they did their shopping. They said it was so much cheaper. And plus the exchange rate. Oh, your gas buddy? Yeah. I just wonder.
20 cents. 20 cents cheaper in Honolulu, Hawaii.
I don't know how much gas is here now. Last time, how much was it last time? It's gone up
63
a liter. Remember,
a liter.
that's 63 pesos. That's a little over $1 a gallon. $1 for a quarter of a gallon of fuel.
63 pesos.
Yeah, because they sell it by the liter, and there's 4 liters to a gallon, roughly 4 liters to a
Yeah.
gallon. So you're all paying out the ass.
240.
You're paying out the ass for gas. That's why I don't want to drive, man. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, it's expensive. Yes, it's expensive nowadays, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary, you a diabetic? Because my grandmother, was it my grandmother? Yeah, I think it was my grandmother. She had diabetes, and she used to get sores on her
Yeah, it's hard
on her
to
on her,
get
on her
hit.
feet, on the bottom of her feet and stuff. And they were very, very, very. It's like an ulcer. And it was very painful. Yeah, that's true. Unless you got a passport,
Yeah.
a note from your mayor or your congressman, and that.
You exit legal, so they will allow you to go back legally also if you have enough information, enough
Information.
papers, information.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what my hope before I leave this earth? I just want everybody to like everybody. You know what I mean? Let's stop the wars. Let's stop quit acting like a bunch of 5-year-old children and arguing over nonsense. Just everything stops. You know?
Mm.
Just just because I was in the military doesn't mean I like war. Okay? No. And just because like DC, just because he's a firefighter doesn't mean he's a pirate. You know? I hope not. But you know, it's just stop. What are you, 5? Stop. Uh, there we go. I just
2.7.
279 down. That's good. Oh, yeah, type 2, yeah. So I figured the swords. And like I said, my grandmother used to get. I don't know, but to be honest with you, I don't remember what we're talking over 40 years. She passed, she's been gone for almost 40 years now. So my memory is kind of like faded. But I don't know, she used to use something. But it wasn't like a sword would break out and then all of a sudden she'd do something the next day it was gone. No, no, it didn't work that way. She would have that sword, like you said, for a while, and it was very painful. And then I don't know who it was. Somebody got her some, maybe a wheelchair or something, so she could scoot her way around our house. But she, when they did break out, they let it heal. She used that. Yeah. So where is the cheap? I'm trying to remember. We used to be in the states where the cheapest gas was. It's not the Northeast. I think Georgia. Some parts of Texas was the gas was pretty cheap. What we used to do when I was truck driving, bosses, if I had to take a load into California, I always filled up before I went to California, and I figured out how fast I can drive because you get to know your truck and how the fuel economy is on it. So I wouldn't have to buy any fuel in California. Diesel's expensive in California, very expensive. So what's your, do you have any plans for today?
Just packing my things. So.
Hey Bruce, how you doing? How? We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Had a non-eventful New Year's Eve. Spent some time with friends, Miss Grace and her 3 daughters. We got Myles' granddaughter, Crystal, visiting us. It's almost like she ain't even freaking here, man. Sure, I'm serious. She's a very quiet person.
We are sitting in the sitting room.
Is she
If I
not?
don't talk, she won't talk.
Hmm. Yeah, she don't. She's a. I don't know. She just don't talk.
Quiet. They said a quiet.
Gotta watch the quiet ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. What are they plotting? What are they in deep thought about? Well, Miss Grace's daughters are quiet too.
Yeah.
Grace's daughters are quiet,
Yeah.
but she's more quieter. You know, it's kind of scary.
This the big they're different. They are three. Hair is alone.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Grace's daughters will. If you have a conversation with them, they'll talk. Okay,
Yeah.
and they understand and they can speak very well English.
Mhm.
But and it's not bad. It's just the way she is. I mean, she's an only child. Only. She's the only child. I'll say I say, hey, Crystal, how you doing? She'll say fine, and that's it. You know, what are you going to do today? Nothing. That's it. How's your foot? Fine. Okay. Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, South Carolina was cheap. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. But you know, no, but Grace, you thought it was a little bit more sociable,
Sociable.
you know? In other
Yeah.
words, when you ask them a question, it goes on to a conversation. You know, it's not like fine, good, okay. She's just, like I said, she's a lonely child.
Stay in the room for whole day. Then let the and let her father doing
The
the
talking.
cleaning.
In other words,
I,
she lives in a bubble.
but now it's good. It's better now because she knows how to wash the clothes.
And she's not a, well, at least with us, she's not one of those princess buy me something.
Mm.
She's not. You know, man, it depends on who I'm with. You know what I mean? Depends on who I'm with. If I'm going to talk a lot or I'm not going to talk at all.
Me
You
too,
know?
Mary. I talk a lot.
No, you really don't talk a
I
lot.
talk.
You don't really, no, I wouldn't say. Okay, you might talk more than I do, but you're not rude. There's a difference where when somebody's talking, I don't know if you ever have met one of those people, man, when they talk, you just don't want to, you're like, you avoid it. You avoid the conversation. You're not that way. But you do have your more quiet moments, like me.
Just walk quiet. If
Well,
no topic.
yeah, I mean,
Mm.
we're with each other a lot during the day. I mean, there's only so you run out of things to talk about. Yeah,
1.59
159.
Texas.
That's Waco, Texas. Yeah, that's cheap. That is cheap. That's that's almost no. Well, like I said, yours is what? How much you say? Gas is 0 liter.
63 point
63.
something.
So for 1 liter,
For
hold on,
200,
hold on.
232.
It's $1. You're paying $1.07 per liter. Per liter. So they're paying here in the Philippines is $4.28 a gallon.
200,
I don't understand that, man.
230 plus per
That's
gallon.
what I don't understand here. Okay, the Philippines is very well known that their electricity is very expensive, right? And also your gas is very expensive. And your average income here per day, because most of them get paid per day, is what, 400 to 500 pesos a day. So they're getting, it is what it is. So they get paid, let's say 500 pesos a day. They're getting paid $8.49 a day to work.
The ordinary workers or laborers, or
Well, I don't know, it's all over the place.
they rise already the wages per day. It's going to 600 already.
600, is that for everybody, or is that just for certain fields?
They said it's also in the field is
No,
going.
I don't mean by field, working in the field. In other words, all right, does a person who works in the fields actually work, harvesting rice and all that other stuff, and a person that working at 7-Eleven, do they get it, or is it just like the farm hands get paid this much a day? The people that work at 7-Eleven, the cashiers and they get paid this much. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, but
Or is that the minimum wage?
they rise.
Just like the states. The states have their minimum wage. I guess the Philippines have theirs. You go by that minimum wage.
They rise up, but I don't know how much.
How much you say they're raising it to?
600.
600
Yes.
a day?
Yeah.
$10.18 a day.
It's not. It's not. Keep in mind, folks. It's not.
$2.17 a gallon. That's good, man. That's good.
Oh look, Tita Mari. Good morning. Happy
Hey,
New
Tita,
Year,
how you doing?
Bessie.
Hey, how you doing? Coffee. So I guess coffee doesn't affect you. Well, me, I could drink coffee. Well, I don't know about now, but I used to be able to drink coffee from the time I wake up in the mornings until the time I go to bed at night. No effect on me. But now I don't know because I only drink. This is my second coffee. This right here is my second cup for the day, and it's what, going on 9 o'clock. Been up since what, 4? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Doss, you remember when back when Jimmy Carter was in office? Remember the fuel shortage where you had odd days, one days, and even odd and even on different days, and there was lines. Oh yeah, we had a major gas shortage in the states at one time.
Even here.
Even here, I wasn't here, so I don't know. Yeah, I was a kid. I was young.
Especially in Manila. But in a provinces, it might be better than in Manila.
Yeah.
Ontario.
Yeah. Someone was telling me gas in Canada's pretty expensive. I wouldn't know. We're good. We are good. I can't complain. I can't complain. Life is good in Badak.
That is good in Bado.
Yeah, the gas plant. Yeah, I remember the guy. Then there was people were pulling scams where they'd be like they wouldn't be right at the gas pump. They'd be like down to these lines, Miles. These lines were long, cars lined up, long. And there was guys. I don't know if you remember DC, where guys were going around and saying how much we're doing this to make the flow faster, going to the pumps and everything like that. How much gas you want? Okay, give me $10, and they write out a thing on a piece of paper, paid $10 or whatever, and the guy would scribble a signature and hand it to you, and they would say, okay, once you get to the pumps, hand this piece of paper to the attendant, and they found out it was a scam. They get to the pumps, and here you go, and the guy was like, okay, what do you want me to do with this? It was a scam. Yep, I remember that. This is a different. I moved. This is the room that nobody wants to be in. Nobody wants to sleep in it. Nobody wants, well, besides me and Miles, wants to be in it. The kid, you ever notice that Liam don't come in here? Nobody comes into this room. there's a reason why a lot of people say, well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
But for me, this is the safest,
Safe. Why is that?
safest
Why is that?
room. High window.
Because is
High
John's here?
window.
John's here?
High window.
I think the person who that built this house and lived in this house passed away in this house. Okay, and sometimes even the dogs, like the dogs, will be laying in the living room, and all of a sudden they'll be facing toward in the direction of this room, and they just sit there and stare. You know, and there was a couple of times when at night, Miles smiles about it. I'll come walking like Monkey wants to go outside, and I'll come from the bedroom to the front door, and you can actually see the door's open. You can actually see into this room, and I swear there was like a shadow figure or something standing in the doorway. Now, they never did. If it is okay, if there is somebody here. They never did anything. They never hurt anybody. They don't mess with anything. They're just here. I mean, at times, like in here, we got these windows. They're not very big windows. Right? Well, I forgot to close them at night. And also I'll be laying in bed and say, oh, I got to go close the back windows. I come in here and the windows are closed. I'm like, whoa. Miles has no opinion. And I'm like, if it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. I don't care. You know? But people have also told her in the barangay that this house is haunted.
Yeah.
People have told her. I said, why didn't you tell me that?
But before we
Moved
I
in.
moved,
Yeah.
people around here they heard screaming, something like that, very noisy here inside the house.
Yeah, I heard about that too. What was it there? What number did they go by, Doss? Was it the last number or was it the first number? I think it was the last number. One day was for even days, the next day was for odd days. You know? Yeah, I remember that. I bet it lasted for a little bit. What?
No, this is another room,
What's that?
a different room.
Yeah, it is. This is a different one.
Yeah,
The other one we made into like, because I mean, it's,
guest room.
well, they're all guest room. We got 4 bedrooms here. It's only the 2 of us. You know, this room's an office. The other bedroom's a guest room. And then one right here. It's a very small room, but there's also a bed in there.
Mhm.
That's the in there room. Where you want to put this? In there. Yeah.
No, multo, not aswang, multo.
Yeah, with the 5 gallons. I'm gonna be honest, folks, I don't remember. I mean, I was a kid back then, but I still remember it. I still remember it. It was that bad. Do you think it was really that bad or they just made it that bad? You know what I mean? Make them count.
They come candy.
Yeah, I remember those gas shortages, man.
Mhm.
It wasn't good times back then. And then isn't that when they did the daylight saving time thing, which I think is Carter's the one that implemented the daylight saving time? I don't remember. Is there any resorts? Yeah, there's a couple of resorts. They got one pub. See, there's one beach here that everybody goes to. We've been there a couple of times, and we don't like going there because number one, it's very, very crowded. Okay, very crowded,
Kurimao.
and there's nothing there. You know what I mean? There's nothing there, and it's dirty. Yeah, it's dirty. It's it's not a tourist place. Tourists don't go there, so you can just imagine. You know what I mean? It's not a tourist place.
Local.
Yeah, all locals go there. I said,
In Korea,
I went there one time, I was like, what the hell? We go to the beach and all of a sudden the kid is standing by the water line and he's peeing into the water. And everybody's standing around and I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
Bangkok,
Thailand. How you like Thailand? Thailand.
Thailand.
Thailand. They have a lot of good things about it. A lot of good things. Oh yeah, I can imagine. 351 in it, eating that kid. Well, cars back then they were heavy. You know, they were heavy and they up in big engines. I knew hey Doss, I knew a guy had a Vega, a Chevy, I think, Vega, VEGA, and he customized it and he put a 350 in it. Now there's a lot of cutting and a lot of welding you had to do it. But and once in a while I get a ride in it and that car scared me. Because the Vegas are very light cars, and then you put this big 350 in there. That car scared me. He did a lot of cutting on that, a lot of cutting, moving around, engine mounts.
Mustang.
Uh-huh.
Mustang.
Mustang.
Mustang. Bangkok, Thailand. I want to go to Thailand.
Singapore is expensive. Yeah, a lot of people, and the food's
Yeah,
awesome.
Singapore is
Thailand,
expensive.
yeah, and they say Thailand, the food is awesome. It's awesome.
Spice.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
They say it's not a overpowering spicy. Do you ever eat food you can't taste anything because it's so spicy?
Especially their
It's a
soup.
waste, huh?
Especially their soup that is there.
The soup,
Different herbs.
yeah.
Good. Their curry.
Yeah, one of these days I'd like to go to Thailand, you know? Not for a month. I like just, maybe for a long weekend.
It's such a chicken wings.
Chicken
We
wings.
had chicken wings. Brent ordered buffalo wings.
No, she's talking about your chicken wings.
Nah,
You make good chicken wings. With your barbecue sauce, your homemade barbecue sauce, it's good.
chicken. I used to eat the meat joint.
Yeah, that's one thing here though, the chicken wings. And Tito, I don't know if you agree or disagree. The chicken wings are small. You know what I mean? Not like they are in some other countries where you got that hunk of meat on there, you know?
The meat joint is like this long.
You hear the fireworks? Oh, but yeah. Like I said, he had a Vega, man. I don't know why he did it. But he got an engine. I don't have no idea where he got it took quite a bit of while. Because, kids, we were 17, 16, 17. It was kind of like a project. I believe his father thought it would get nowhere, But yeah, a lot of cutting. Had to cut the wheel wells out of and move around them, and it was a mess. But the end result was nice. But it scared me. It was just the Vega was too light for the engine I had in there. It just scared the hell out of me. He had these big 50s in the back, tires, and he had 60s in the front, and it was lifted up. Of course, he had to lift it up some. Oh, you'll be back here in March? You're on an extended vacation.
Yeah. Around the world. See?
Huh?
Yeah, I'll go around the world.
Okay.
Retired. Retired to 350.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Tito, I'm telling you. Now, do you agree or disagree? Since you've been to the maybe you've been to the States, is that I look at the lomi as the Philippine version of chicken soup. You know, you have your Jewish chicken soup, and I always tell Miles it's like a Philippine version of chicken soup. Miles is I love lomi, don't I?
Mhm.
I love lomi. It's good. Oh, Canada, okay.
6 months traveling.
Come on with that. If you got,
just,
if you
just to
got,
just to Tita Marie, just to excuse the snow.
come on with that, huh?
Exit this.
If you're healthy, I mean, look, if you're healthy, you got no medical issues, and you got the cash,
You
do
can
it. You know, do it. Yeah, please. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying putting that in a Prius, them Priuses are very, very light cars. I think most of it's plastic. I'd be afraid to be driving down and open that thing up. Parts will start coming, body parts will start coming off it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Pintos, the Pintos. They're the ones if you hit the back of them, they blew up, right? Remember the design? I think it was the Pinto, where the design where the gas tank was too close to the back bumper. And sometimes when they got a rear end collision, the car blew up. I can't remember if it was the Pinto. I think it was the Pinto. I don't know. More my memory. Yeah, like I said, see that if you got no health problems, no health issues, and you can do it.
Tita Marie, have you been to Vietnam already?
Yeah, you ever
That
been?
Vietnam is also good for visiting.
Hmm. Yeah, you say Vietnam. So
Mm.
yes. See, when people think of some people think of Vietnam, all the Vietnam War and everything like that. Our Vietnam's beautiful.
Vietnam in Hanoi.
Hanoi, Hanoi. I wonder if the U.S. Embassy is still there.
Every every country have their own embassy.
Yeah, they do. But I know in '71, I know the U.S. Embassy was overran. That's why I wonder if it's still there. I know it doesn't matter if it is or isn't, but it's just granddaughter.
I don't know.
She slept, Chris, she's funny. She's a cutie pie. She slept all day yesterday. And I was like, oh,
Until
we were all like, no. She was the smart one out of all of us, okay? She said, I'm tired. I'm gonna go get me some sleep. You know? The only problem with that is sleeping that long all day, you ain't gonna sleep at night, you know?
she slept last night late again. It's 12 midnight.
So you're well travelers. You like doing the Southeast Asian. Do you ever think about going to Hong Kong?
Yeah,
Now,
it's not
Is Hong Kong,
expensive.
I wish Diane was here, up on here. is Hong Kong considered expensive?
Not really.
Maybe I should have asked her to check out because everything's made. Come on, people, let's be real about this. Everything's made in China nowadays. Okay, should have had her go check and see like how much a GoPro, whatever the new GoPro is. See how much that is there because it's made in China.
Yeah.
All your phones, even the iPhone, and you all can say what you want. Even the iPhone is made in China. I just, how much does it cost? They're saying the reason why the iPhones are so expensive because of the tariffs. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, and she could be our hookup. We want something. It began in China, you know. But the only problem is when you get it like shipped to here, you're gonna pay tax on it. You're gonna pay a tariff on it, right? Unless you get it sent by Billabong. What's it called, Billabong? I can't say.
Balikbayan box.
Yeah, Billabong box. But they don't tax that, right? You got to make an itemized. I know you have to make an itemized list, letting them know everything that's inside the content of that box. But I believe you don't pay taxes on it. Like say it was, she sent it to you. Now if they she sent it to me. They tax the hell out of it, but they send it to
No,
you.
before you send it, you already the tax. You pay already the tax, including the tax.
Diane pays tax.
Yeah, including the
Yeah.
tax on that box.
So, Doc, am I correct by saying about that? If you hit the back of them, they blow up. I can't remember, but I think, and it was a running joke. I think it was a Pinto. It was a running joke. You see cartoons where the Pinto's driving, and everybody's kind of like doing everything they can to avoid it, and then a car comes up behind it, hits it, and goes, "Dum." Yeah, yeah, we were. You think so?
Yeah.
But that's been like that. See that.
There are a lot of tourists going
Yeah.
to
No, I understand what she's saying because there's so much tension. China's always complained about something. Okay. Now, whether right or wrong, I don't know. Okay. I've been here for what, 6 years, and it's been like that. The tension between China and Taiwan as far as China's going to invade Taiwan. So, either do it or shut up. That's the way I'm thinking. Do it or shut up. But I think if that does ever happen, I think that would lead into a world war. I'm being honest with you. I think that would lead into a world war.
if they
If
attack.
they have, China has no claims over Taiwan. They have no. China. I haven't got nothing against the Chinese people. Okay, I don't. I don't know them. The ones I've met, the most nicest people in the world. But China thinks they even at one time were saying the Philippines belong to them.
No, because before it's
Doesn't matter. Right, I'm sorry.
Taiwan is a part of China.
No, now but you also remember that when the revolution happened, when communism came about in China, where did all the people that were against communism, where'd they go? They went over to Taiwan. But China thinks everything belongs to them.
China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Macau. It's part of China.
And also, but they haven't done it, but I'm waiting for it. Because Russia and China share borders, right? Yeah. I'm waiting for China to say that Russia belongs to them. But I'm pretty sure if you go back a couple hundred years, maybe, I don't know. Maybe one time it did belong to China, but not anymore. Not anymore.
Maybe no, because they are both big countries.
But you ever actually see, ever actually see a picture of a Russian? You can see Asian influence in his face. The way his eyes are, set. You can see it a little bit. Not all. Like Putin. Look at Putin. Look at Putin.
Who didn't?
Look at his eyes, the way his eyes are set, everything like that. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but they say Boston's have a lot of Asian influence as far as the features. Oh yeah, Tito, I loved Spain, been to all them, been to Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece, been to all them places. The only place I did not like was where was I? Turkey. I really didn't like Turkey too much. Oh, the Pinto, yeah. So, Paulie, you remember that? When the, don't buy the Pinto. And another car, the Gremlin, was voted the most ugliest car of that year, whatever year it was. I can't remember. Gremlin was the second. It was a round. It looked like a pregnant or a pregnant skateboard. It was round and it was nothing but glass. I'm not saying the whole thing was glass, but it had a lot of windows on it, or big windows on it, as we say. Probably, Paulie. I don't, I really don't. But like I said, people, you know, and you know the old saying, when you see one, you start noticing a bunch of them. And I noticed, well, like I said, my friend was doing that to the Vega. I started seeing more Vegas that would, that would people were doing that. Matter of fact, my sister had a Vega. All right, but she didn't drive it no more. She said it's not right, and she got another car. And I was trying to get it from her. She only paid. She bought it off my sister and my brother-in-law. I think she paid $300 for it. Yeah, $300 for it. And she tried to sell it. She said, "Yeah, I'll sell it for like 400." I looked at her and I was like, "What? You didn't do anything to it. You didn't make it better. You didn't paint it. You did nothing to it. You drove it. That was it. And you want $100 more? Well, I got to make a profit." I was like, "Never mind."
Yes, American visited Philippines much better. It's more easier.
What, American going coming here?
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, BC, they make it like it's.
but
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When if Filipino come over there, I mean in US, they you need to process a lot of money.
Yeah, see, I remember. Okay, when I first came in, I came in the military in '84. Okay, we still had, and I think that was the best time ever as far as at least for the Navy, was a lot of Vietnam vets. Okay, and they were old school where they looked at they didn't like officers, they didn't associate with officers, they stayed away from officers. Okay, they always looked out for the lower guys. But I'm going somewhere with this, and a lot of them were married to Vietnamese girls, and a lot of them were married to Filipinos. Right? I was always told that when you're in the military and you want to marry, say we're like in Vietnam or we're stationed in Vietnam or the Philippines, and you get with a Filipino or a Vietnam girl, before you got to get permission from the government or from the military to marry the girl. And what they do is they did a background check on them, make sure they weren't Viet Cong or any anti-resistance group or anything like that. And once they got married, she was good to go to the States. And I was told it's not like that anymore. They have to go through this long, lengthy process,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it's true or not. But Myles tried one time, and she was goes, "You spend all this money, you take all this time doing the paperwork, you go to the embassy and they talk to you 5 minutes, and that's a yes or no right there."
You need to prepare bank statement. At least you have car in your name.
Yeah, well, see, you had when you try to apply, you had property in the.
Yeah, property
She
also.
owned a rice mill with a warehouse.
Mm-mm.
All right, she had all these things, and it was still wasn't good enough, you know. And all she wanted to do is get a not a She went, what, a visitor's visa, right?
Always.
Tourist visa, that's all she wanted to do, and it was denied. So it's, I don't understand it anymore. I guess you need to go to Mexico and then climb over the wall. I don't know. It just don't make no sense anymore. Because I always thought once you marry a U.S. citizen, life is, it's easier.
Without never tried yet.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, Darren and Florence. Good morning and happy New Year.
Hello there, Miss Florence and Mr. Mr. Dell. Yeah, we weren't going to do this. Was that just I don't know why it came up during the video yesterday or this morning's video because we didn't talk about it before that.
Yeah,
But it's been how many weeks before we went out?
2 weeks.
It's been about 2 weeks since the last time we did a live. Just a lot of things going on, man, and it's just. I mean, not a lot of things, but
Especially I went to Lasam last week.
Yeah.
That week supposed to be that Sunday.
I mean, keep on talking. I think somebody's here.
And then they're quite busy already, so we don't have enough time to do the live. And then I think last night we talked about going to live today. Oh, okay. We don't have any plan tomorrow, so you folks, we have live tomorrow.
You leave tomorrow.
I mean today.
Oh,
Last
today.
night when we talked
Yeah.
about live.
I'll leave tomorrow, and then I'll be free to
The-
roam the streets of Batak.
I am leaving Brent. He kicked me out. He kicked me out. He kicked me out for 1 week.
How long have you been for?
Said
But she could stay. It's not. She don't get. I don't want to say
I
stupid.
plan to
Things don't get. When she goes there, she don't do crazy things. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to be disrespectful, like it's stupid, but she goes there, and like I said, I do not have a problem with her going. I do not have a problem with her seeing her kids and her grandkids, and some of her family members.
I plan to back here at 8 because I have
Yeah,
the meeting.
Stacey, you're right. You're right. They are. I've learned because when I was, where was I? I was in England when I got hurt. Okay. And they were trying to figure out what was going on, and this nurse sat down and talked to me. I don't know how long, it might have been about an hour or so, and she got all the information. They have the patience to sit there and talk to somebody to see what's going on. I mean, how often when you're in the hospital, a doctor will come in the room, do his minimum 5 minutes so he can bill you, and then they leave, But the nurses, they come in, they'll talk, and I always believe that a nurse knows more about a patient than the doctor does. I always thought that. I always thought that. And like I said, the Philippine male or female nurse, it doesn't matter. They had the patience to sit there and see what actually is going on,
Nurse, when you go to US, you're a nurse.
Mhm.
You can go if you are the degree nurse, PT, doctor.
Now, when they go there and talking, because of the therapist Myles had when she had the surgery in her neck, when they come to the States, it ain't like, okay, get to work. No, they got to go through qualifications.
Yeah.
They got to take tests. They got to get board certified. And even the nurses, they got requirements they got to do when they come to the States. They don't just say, oh, okay, get a passport now, get down to the hospital over there, start working. No, they got to go through some stuff.
specialist is uh, license. He had licensure therapy license
Yeah. Well, that's certified. That's what we
certified. Yeah,
yeah, certified.
that
It's,
he
a
had
lot of people say,
therapy.
well, they don't do this. They have to do everything. Just like a American went to nursing school or therapy school in the States and they got to do this test and everything. They come there and they got to do the same thing. Yeah. I tell Tita, I tell a lot of these, like Miles is therapist now. She's really good and she works hard. And you, Tita, you know that the pay here is not that great. And I always tell her, I said, you should go like to Canada or England or the United States, get certified there. I said, you'd be doing real well for yourself. But she's a hard worker. But she does the in-house stuff. I know what she comes
Home
up,
service.
yeah, she does the home service thing. And she's not in a hospital. So
He earn more. She earn more money rather than stay in a hospital.
but what I respect about Atita is she's the only child and she has her mom and dad are still alive
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to leave them, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the taxes
Yeah.
kill you. That's all over. That's all over. I don't know about the Philippines, but in every other
Even
country, it
here,
just seems like
even
you basically got flat tax though.
it depends.
Anyway, it
It
depends.
It depends what
Your tax is 14%.
it.
Straight across the board, 14%.
I think it depends. If they are depending your earning in a
That's it.
different
It's 14% of whatever you want. United States, after everything is said and done, what it's like minimum 27%.
Who's in there? Kristen already.
Yeah, she's in the living room watching TV. I said, I go in there, I said, hey, Crystal, good morning. She goes, what's that mean? He goes, I love our line of communication here. Nah, she's a sweetheart. Don't get me wrong, she's a sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, there's talk about people saying that I'm talking about the States. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it seems it's going throughout the whole world where, the citizen of that country is paying out the yin yang for taxes, but then they got these immigrants coming in, they ain't paying a dime, but they're getting all these handouts. And I know talking to people in the States, they said they're done. They had enough. They're done. T, did you say
Nurse, retired nurse.
you were military? Or you somebody? I was talking with somebody one time online that said they were military. They were a military nurse. Well, I'm pretty sure if she was a military nurse, she said I'm a retired military nurse. But yeah, yeah. COVID knocked a lot of people out. Doctors too. A lot of doctors are like, I'm done. I'm done. You gotta be a special person. Like DC, I'm pretty sure DC puts up. He's a firefighter. I can imagine some of the crap you put up with, man. You know, where people act like when you go there in a burning building and people are ungrateful.
Yeah.
I'm here to save your house, and you want to give me lip. You know, same thing for the nurses. Being in a hospital and you got that one patient that just a total jerk, treating the staff like crap. You know, and it's like, why are you being this way? It's not their fault, man. It's not that fault. It's not their fault you have cancer. Maybe if you blame yourself for smoking, maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, I couldn't. Nurses, firefighters, even police officers, some of the stuff they got to put up with. Yes, you have good police officers and you have bad ones. Let's be real, okay? But they're not all bad. Some of the stuff they got to put up with it, and the time they got to bite their tongues, you know. Mm. I ain't got DC. I don't have the patience for that stuff. You know, I do not have the patience for it. Do you? Yeah, you'd be a good nurse. You'd be a good. You just, yeah, you would. You're a caring person. Your average Philippine would be good, a provider. You know what I mean? Because they're caring people, just by nature. That they don't fake it.
Nurse is not my dream.
But give them some painkillers, they'll be all right.
Mm.
That's another thing, too. That when I had some major stuff going on I was in the hospital, and I used to tell I didn't want painkillers. You know what I mean? I didn't want any painkillers. And there was a doctor came in and tried to talk to me for a half hour, told me, hey, you need something. I just didn't want it. I end up then, because initially when it happened, they gave me morphine. Morphine, you just don't care about it. You just don't care. You just don't care. But I just didn't want any, you know, I'm not into the drugs. But and it was a Philippine woman that totally understood. I said, I just don't want to do drugs. And she said, try to get to you a happy place. She says, close your eyes. And she goes, and just try to detach yourself. Yeah, yeah. I really didn't want to talk about it. I'm not pissed off at DOS. It's just, and now they're trying to label everybody that's calling it. They're trying to say they're racist. I was like, give me a break. Give me a break. You know, wrong is wrong. That's one of the things I hope. Just all this nonsense between we're all people. You know, when there's something. I talked to a friend of mine last night, and he says, you know, man, this is the way this is this is the way people in the United States need to start thinking. I was like, what's that, man? And he goes, let's forget about the color of your skin. Let's forget about your religion. I said, the American citizens start looking out for each other because our government doesn't. And I was like, wow, that's deep. So I'm serious. He goes, this race stuff. He goes, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And by the way, my friend's a man of color. Okay, and he says it's got to stop, man. He goes, the news is putting out all this race baiting stuff, and he goes, it's got to stop. He says we, the American people, need to start looking out for each other and start working and keeping an eye on the government. He says, I don't. He worked in the government for many, many years. He says, I don't even trust them. He goes, I don't understand where these people are coming from. And now they're trying to, with the Minnesota. Yeah, DC, you're right. And they're trying to, DC, they're trying to make it a race issue. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with people stealing billions of dollars from the tax, from you, me, and other people. That's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with your religion. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. You have a bunch of thieves that are stealing. That's what it has to do with. That's what it has to do with. But yeah, the guy I talked to, he just said we all need to stop. We all need to turn off the network media and not listen to them anymore, because they're the ones that keep on fueling it. You know, I don't know. I can't disagree with. I can't disagree with him at all. Somebody getting the last ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a funeral going by. I don't know if y'all can hear the music. Yeah, it is. It's real bad. DC, it's real bad. So you want to cut it out? You want to cut it? We've been on here over an hour. Right? Every time we come on here, I say let's do about an hour. It's more than it's always not that it's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like because I know everybody has a life. You know, you got things going on. Yeah, exactly, DC. But like I said, man, we just start with the heat. Start with the heat. We don't start looking at. I think that's one of the downfalls is that, like here in the Philippines, okay, there's unity. Yes, I realize they're a one race nation, okay, Filipinos, okay, but it's unity. They all look out for each other, you know. I just wish the United States was like that. Instead of saying I ain't gonna help him, he lives in Chicago. What's the worst part of Chicago? I think it's West Chicago. I'm not sure. Okay, he's from there. So what? He's an American. You know.
Fellow men, if they need help, if you can help, you can help.
Yeah, exactly.
So later if you need help, the person you help, he can report it and help you.
Yes. Yes, I have to agree with you. We're all equal, man. We're all equal. We're all out for the same thing, right? Live a good life with good kids and be happy. No matter where you are living in the United States, that's all you want. You want to live a good life and be happy. That's what everybody wants. When's our next live? Is it Sunday? Yeah. We do it Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah, we're gonna wait. No. Myles won't be here, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll have DC come up as a guest.
Yeah, DC kindly.
Hey, DC, you on a phone or you on like a laptop or a desk computer? I don't think he will. If he wants to come up, he's more than welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Because I'll not be here
Myles won't
for
be here.
5 days.
Man, I ain't got a problem doing it, because I mean, God, give me something to do. Give me something to do. The conversation between me, Mucky, and Mimi is kind of limited. You know what I'm saying?
Or even the case.
It would be really nice if I could have me and three other people, okay? We have me and somebody else in the Philippines, and then two people like DC and even a female,
Yeah.
okay, that haven't been to the Philippines. They have questions, okay, and it's just
And that is the topic.
have a held out conversation.
Yeah. Is that the headphone?
Oh, you got your phone? Well, actually, you can still do it on the phone, DC. So I don't want to hear no excuses. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking with you, man.
DC, you join
Yeah,
Brent's live on Sunday.
if I come up, I think I ain't got no. I won't have any excuses. I won't have no excuses, unless me and Mucky in like a deep conversation. I got no other excuse. A phone. What's for dinner? Thoughts? Okay, we got leftover spaghetti. We got leftover chicken wings. We got leftover Shanghai. We got leftover macaroni salad, not macaroni and cheese salad, and
Sweet and sour.
and we got leftover sweet and sour chicken, and we got ding ding, and what else? But Grace is coming over to cook and clean the house, right?
Yeah.
I don't expect her coming over. I don't. She's good people, but she won't. I know she
Yeah.
won't. I don't even think Shaw will come over.
I don't think so because Liam had
He's at
into
school.
school. Yeah. It's hard. High school is a bit far away here.
Shaw is Shaw's a great person. A great person. She's a real good mom. I'm being honest with you. You know, I was always told that you can judge a woman, and I was like, why can't you judge a man the same way? Well, you actually can by the way she interacts with her kids. You know, and she doesn't, no matter what it is, she doesn't push her kids away. You know what I mean? So she'll interact with them. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. He's going to watch the Eagle game.
You're going to the Eagles game? So you an Eagles fan? I'm from Philadelphia. I like the Eagles, but I'm realistic. The Eagles can't play under pressure. They can't. They can't play under pressure. And I wish McNabb was still playing. I know it's years and years and years ago. McNabb, he was my favorite. McNabb was my man. He was the quarterback. So we done?
Wait,
We done. All right, man. We're gonna cut out of here. It's like I said, an hour. All right, hey Doss, I appreciate you. DC, I appreciate you being here. Doss,
uh,
Dawn, and
Laura,
Florence, Mary, Tita Marie. And I appreciate you guys coming here, man.
And Polly.
Paulie was here. Paulie from Foley, Alabama.
What is this color?
Let me scroll down.
Yeah, it's color. How
Really?
yeah,
What are you talking about?
one of the viewer
Well, we also had McLaren. No, was it
McLovin.
McLaren? Yeah, McClover. He bounced. So I don't blame you, man. People have lives, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTube sensation yet. That takes years and years. All right, DC, you be good. Doss, stay safe. Yeah, Cunningham, yeah, he was good. Cunningham was good. All right, man, y'all be good. And I don't know if I'm waiting on that phone to come in. I'll see if it's a fake. What do you give me a thumbs up? Yeah, thank you, Donald. Hit the thumbs up, man. Doesn't cost, don't be cheap. It doesn't cost anything. But yeah.
Last
I am giving you this valuable entertainment. At least give me a thumbs up. Yeah, there you go. All right, man. You guys be good. Be safe. And have a wonderful New Year's. Bye for now. Bye bye.
um,